This is Lamprologus ocellatus, a shell-dwelling cichlid from the East African Lake Tanganyika. This species depends on abandoned snail shells for survival, as they use them for breeding and for shelter. Before breeding, both males and females turn these shells into nests. Using their physical strength, they position the shell with its tip facing down and bury it in the sand, leaving only the opening accessible. Here is a 3D reconstruction of a typical nest from Lamprologus ocellatus. In our study, we investigated the stereotypy and flexibility of the nest-building behavior. Combining manual annotations and machine learning approaches, we found that nest-building behavior is composed of a stereotypical sequence of individual behavioral motifs. So let's dive in. Once the fish spots a new shell, they engage with it within a few seconds. They start to move the shell and the sand around it, often digging or propelling sand towards the shell. Once covered, they remove sand from the shell entrance. Analyzing the whole nest-building sequence, we identified 4 building phases: initiation, positioning, covering, and maintenance. During the initiation phase, the fish familiarize themselves with the shell. Next, they position the shell into the sand with the tip down. To do that, they first dig a pit near the shell and then push and rotate it clockwise into the pit. In the covering phase, the fish propels sand towards the shell to partially bury it. Finally, they maintain and clean the nest. We wanted to understand whether nest building is a learned or innate behavior. To test this, we raised fish that had never seen or touched a shell. We then exposed each adult shell-naive fish to a shell and recorded their behavior across 3 sessions, each separated by 10 days. In the first session, it often took hours or even days for the fish to engage with the shell. But once they did, they began to build nests using the exact same behavioral motifs as the experienced animals. However, these shell-naive animals were less efficient and took longer to complete their nests. With more experience, they quickly became more efficient. By the 3rd session, they engaged with the shell within seconds and completed their nests more quickly than during their initial attempt. We then waited 1 year before giving these fish access to shells again. Surprisingly, these fish were able to construct their nests just as quickly as before. This shows that nest building is innate, but improved and refined through experience. Next, we asked how flexible nest building behavior is when the shell itself has changed. So we designed and 3D printed a range of shells with artificial geometries, such as elongated or shortened spires, and also a sinistral shell, which is a mirrored version of the control shell. When the fish were exposed to the sinistral shell, they first needed some time to adapt to its modified geometry. But then they started building a nest. Instead of rotating the shell clockwise, as they do with the control shell, they switched directions and rotated it counterclockwise. In summary, the fish accepted all shell designs and adapted their nest-building behavior to each specific shell geometry. We then examined the neural correlates of nest-building behavior. Using whole brain in situ hybridization chain reaction, we looked at the expression of the immediate early gene CFOS to identify neurons that were active during nest building. Using this approach, we identified active neurons in the dorsal telencephalon, a brain region homologous to the mammalian hippocampus. In the future, we aim to use this robust and flexible behavior to tackle new neuroethological questions. Stay tuned!